it's like you don't never want to go back. You know what I'm saying? Like the sea is like, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like your past, bro, like how you grew up, your parents, this cycle, that family cycle, right. that whole everything is like, you know what I mean? Like you don't want to never go back. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. That's the key thing to success, bro. Like that the average person and people don't realize, you know, everybody want to be like, how you get successful? How you do this? How you do that? Like how you actually do it? Like it's something so hard to do, which is really not. The key thing is like, bro, never stop.
Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. My name is Jason, coming back with another one, man. And I wanted y'all to see that clip from Young Dolph, man. Rest in peace to Young Dolph, man, because, listen, sometimes that be enough. Just the mere fact that you don't want to go back to how you was living is enough to keep you going. Is enough to propel you all the way to the top. Just the fact that you don't want to go back to how you grew up. You don't want to go back to doing the things that you was doing when you was at your lowest. You don't want to go back to rock bottom. You know, you don't want to go back to addiction. You don't want to go back to pain. You know what I mean? You don't want to go back to ignorance, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you feel that pain when you think about your past. A lot of times it's like, yo, people think that it's just this super traumatic thing that happened to you. Nah, bro. The pain comes from the fact that you just don't want to go back. You can't believe that you was in that spot and you never want to go back to it. It makes you cringe. You know what I'm saying? It makes you want to cry a little bit. Make you emotional because you just know, like, damn, that you was in a bad spot. And sometimes, a lot of times, most of the time, that is enough to keep you going, as it should. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, man, listen, they don't need just all of these things. You know what I mean? Some people need a push and then some. Like, bro, like, why do you need all of that? You know, I just don't want to go back. That's enough for me. You know what I mean? And that's what make a lot of people successful right there, just off that mere fact. They don't need all of these things to be in place. You know, they don't need all of this extra motivation. The things that they've been through and the damage that's been done to them, you know, the damage that we do to ourselves be enough. We be like, hell no, you know, we think about some of this shit because sometimes your mind, you know what I mean, want to go back. Sometimes that negative energy pull away at you, like I said yesterday. You know, when I said that the old you be playing tug of war with the new you. But then when you really sit and think about the spot that you was in, you know what I mean? You really don't want to go back. I wake up real quick. I get sober real fast, humble real fast when I think about the shit that I've been through. When I think about the shit that I put myself through. When I think about the pain that I caused. When I think about the mere fact that I was getting nowhere in life, that I was a loser. You know what I mean? That I was not close to the Most High. When I think about the mere fact that I was in darkness, bro, you don't want to go back to that shit. Anybody that want to go back to that shit or refuse to get out of that is a fool. And we done seen plenty of fools that then been helped out of the darkness and they still went back. They still went back. And then they had to go through that pain times 100. Because like I always tell you, bro, when the Most High get you out of that, when you get out of that darkness, when you get removed away from something that's been holding you back, that's been hurting you, you know what I mean? And you go back to it, listen, bro, it's 10 times worse. And a lot of times, man, when you do that, you don't make it out that second time. That second go-round be your last go-round. And that's what we got to understand, bro. We can't go back, bro. Ain't no fucking going back because we might not find ourselves out of that shit. You know what I mean? So you need to stay committed to this, bro, and understand that this whole thing is a blessing. It's a blessing. Understand that that's enough. What you have now, listen, bro, that's enough. That's enough. What you've been through is enough. Don't put yourself through more shit. You know what I'm saying? When you know how you was, when you know how dark you was, when you know that space that you was in, bro, was the worst space you ever been in your life. And then you got something inside of you that's telling you that you okay and you could go back to, nah, bro, don't listen to that shit. That ain't nobody but the devil. That ain't nobody but the devil that's trying to call you back because you close to the Most High now. That ain't nobody but the devil that's trying to keep it hidden from you that you was a chosen one. The devil knew that you was a chosen one. That's what a lot of us don't understand neither. The devil knew you was a chosen one. That's why his strike was much harder. You know what I'm saying? That's why he tried to hit you from every angle, because the devil knew that you was a chosen one, bro. You just didn't know that you was a chosen one. So he was trying his best to keep that away from you. He was trying his best to keep your brain clouded with the drugs, with the porn. You know what I mean? With the negative people, with the darkness. The devil was doing a good job of keeping that hidden from you. That's the devil's job. The devil's job is to keep you ignorant to who you are. The devil don't want you knowing that you were chosen one. You know what I'm saying? So that's why his strike was like some shit that you will see in the war across the country and over the overseas and shit like that. He was relentless with it. The devil sent 1,000 missiles to your life, bro. Looking to end you. Looking to keep you lost, man. So you had to fight through that shit. Ain't no need to go back, bro. You know what I mean? Like I said, sometimes that's just enough. Young Dolph hit the nail on the head, bro. A lot of times that just has to be it. It don't have to be all of this dramatic, traumatic, extra shit, dog. Nah, man, nah. You just want better for yourself. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with wanting better for yourself and just being over that past you, over that bullshit that you was going through, over that shit that you was taught? You know, that's why it's important while you on this journey to unlearn some of that shit. And that's a tough road right there. A lot of people can't do it. A lot of people can't seem to shake that shit. Yeah, learning is one thing. Picking up good things is one thing. But trying to unlearn some shit, that's a whole nother ball game. That's a whole nother type of thing that you have to embark in. That's a journey in itself to unlearn something that you've been taught, a mindset that you didn't had in it, a way of thinking that you didn't had for a long time. We talking years, decades. A way of thinking that you had for decades, bro. You got to try to erase. You got to try to unlearn. You got to try to learn a new way of life. A new way of life. But you got to be up for it, though. You got to be willing to do what it takes to do that and continue to grow. If you're not willing to do that, bro, you ain't gonna never unlearn some of that bullshit. You're gonna stay in that same mindset that got you nowhere. There's people stuck in that shit, bro. There's people stuck in that shit and they refuse to change. So guess what? When you around that, they look at you different. You know, and I'm not going to put it in a way to where they always feel some type of way about you, but it throws people off. You know, they don't understand. It's a frequency that hit them that's kind of trying to shake them so they can understand what happened to you because they not familiar with it. But something is trying to shake them. It's a frequency that hit them when they see you. You know what I'm saying? Because now they mind and they body, something about them is trying to tell them, trying to alert them like, yo, why this ain't happening to me? They can see it in your energy. They can see that the frequency hit you and you've changed, but then something starts shaking in them. It's not always a hating thing. It's not always something to where they feel some type of way. It's now your energy has caused the frequency in their body to try to figure out. It's making them glitch. It's making them glitch. I'm not trying to be funny about that, but it's making them twitch and glitch. Like, what the fuck? Why this shit ain't happening to me? Why ain't I on this frequency? Where my change at? Why I ain't unlearned some of this shit? Why am I moving backwards? Why haven't I moved forward? You know what I'm saying? That's what's happening to them. And that's not a bad thing. You know, when they see you, that's why I say when some people see you, it has an effect on them. Sometimes it's in a negative way to where they treat you a certain type of way, but sometimes it's in a positive way for them because it wakes them up. There's a frequency in the energy that enters in them to where they'll be on alert. Now they starting to try to figure out how they could get to that point where you at. Not to where they want to be like you, but no, they trying to feel and find themselves and get that same frequency to change their way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? So it's important for you to stay on track. You know what I'm saying? It's important for you to understand that, listen, man, all it takes is for you to not want to go back to how you were and want to move forward and become the best version of you, because you've yet to see that. You haven't seen that. We don't know how far this could go, bro. We could take this shit, man, to a whole nother stratosphere. Understand when I tell you that. The limit, it really ain't no limit. You don't know. You just looking at yourself now and think that it just stopped there. It don't stop there, bro. That's what should keep giving you drive. That should be like, yo, now I'm really interested to see where this shit go. You know what I'm saying? Now that I really want to see where I'm gonna end up, and that's life. You should be excited about that shit. Not waking up, getting to work just all negative because you gotta go to work. Negative because you up in the morning. Negative because you still in the same spot. Bro, keep working, bro. Understand that, listen, bro, this is all temporary right now. As long as you continue to work and give yourself a chance, bro. Listen, man, the limit, bro, it ain't no limit. You know what I'm saying? The possibilities is endless, but you gotta keep working. You gotta refuse to go back and move forward, all right? And that's my word, man. My name Jason, the Sinn-Take. Holla at y'all later, man. Peace. First, I'ma get on my grind. Then second, stop wasting my time on shit less important. If ain't about money, I'm going the other direction. And third, I'ma do what I gotta to eat. Fourth, I'ma sew up the streets. Fifth, I'ma never quit dropping this heat. So as long as I'm breathing, you better get used to me. Sixth, I'ma get on.